Hi, I'm George, InStyle's beauty assistant, and we're here with TG today to show me and you how to get this season's hottest hairstyle, the halo braid.
So here we are doing George's hair. We're inspired by a look we did at Fashion Week last season in Miami Fashion Week. And we call it the halo braid. There's a few different versions of doing this look due to, I guess, length or thickness of the hair, layers. So the idea is, I guess, to not overthink it. I think when you're doing braids of any sort, you want to do something that looks quite organic and earthy, and then it kind of looks really on trend in spring, summer. So this particular look, because of the length of George's hair, we're going to split the head into two. I'll spin her around in a second. So we start with a section from the corner of the eyebrow and work all the way to the other side of the head. Spin around. Okay, so the reason for that is we just want to make life easier for ourselves. So this will be one section and then we deal with the front. Okay, so first we're going to just use our favourite silver clips. These are like having an extra set of hands, so if you go to any hairdressing supply shop, you can buy these guys, they're amazing. It's like having a hairdressing assistant at home. Okay, so there's your other set of hands. And again, we're just going to prep the hair with a little bit more dry shampoo. Ready, sweetie, close your eyes. Okay. This gives you an awesome texture. So it's not really to make your hair feel clean, it actually gives you a really nice powdery texture, gives you volume, gives the hair a bit more oomph. Okay, so we're starting off at the front with a 3-strand braid. So this is a really simple braid that you learn when you're little. Okay, so if you imagine doing it on yourself, you would start facing the mirror and working this way and working back, and then you add hair and so on. So you just weave it in. Okay, so when you're doing your own braid, it's nice to keep it relatively simple. As we're working down the hairline, we just add a section of hair from the underneath and then a section from the top, and that's all you'll be doing when you do it yourself. Okay, a few little tips. Try not to lift the hand up away from the head because then it gets too baggy. It's very difficult to control. So keep your hands close to the hairline. Okay, so again, feeding in from the underneath. And again from the top. And it's nice when it kind of gets a little bit softer around the edges. I mean, every show that we've done, you know, the designers want the hair to look quite lived in, like the girls have had their braid in for a while, so it's really earthy. It's great for festivals, and it's great for the beach. It's great for going out in the evening, so it can go from day to night really easily. And I think that's why they always come back into fashion. Okay, so just spin around. So as I'm working around, the body's moving with it. So I think if you're doing this at home, it might be easier just to do the front first, which we're going to tackle in a minute. Maybe just work a ponytail in the back as well, and you could braid it and pin it up. So there's a really, 10 different ways you could do this. Because it's a little bit shorter, we have to split it. Okay. So a couple more strands. And now we're just going to finish off the braid. Okay, so all the way to the bottom. And we're going to fasten the hair with a small elastic. And this is something else that you can buy. You know, Boots does them, everybody does them, Sally's. You can buy see-through clear ones, colourful ones. These are great, they don't snag on the hair, don't damage it at all. And what I tend to do is just roll the ends up nicely like that. It's a nice little tip. So when you want to pin it up and hide it away, you don't get little bits sticking out. Okay, so now we're going to move to the front. So that's it for now. We're going to come back. So this is the bit, if you imagine, if I'm George, I would be starting. If you just do this action for me, darling, so guys can see. Audience, you can do it yourself. You split the hair into 3, like that. And you start with the outside hair coming in. Make sense?
Yeah.
And then you just feed it in, and then the next one comes from the top, the next one from the bottom, top, bottom. Make sense? Okay, so now we're going to quickly do it. I have to do that because sometimes people don't believe that you can do it yourself, but you can. Alright, so we've still got our lovely silver clips. Bit of dry shampoo. We're just going to, again, take the 3 strands. Always starting from the outside. Outside section goes in first. Okay, feed the top one in and then up and over. And you braid it. Get a section from the top, up and over. Now I would recommend this to do this relatively loose, because then you can twist the braid later on and pull it out and give it a bit of personality. If you do it too tight, then it will sit too close to the head and you can't really move around with it. So keep spinning. Braiding is something too, you just have to go for it. You need to get it a bit of a rhythm when you braid hair. So if you keep stopping and starting and thinking about it, sorry, darling. And you forget where you're at and you have to start again. Okay, so I just keep adding hair, twist. Every bit of hair you just bring around towards the front. Now, it doesn't matter if your sections get bigger, just get them in. And feed them into the braid. Go all the way down and work your hands towards the back. Okay. Same thing, finish the little guy off. Okay. There's your nice little tidy end. Now what we want to do is really gently pull some of this out. You see why we call it the halo braid, because it looks like a crown of hair. It's very pretty. It's probably one of the most popular braids that we've done for this season because it is so pretty and angelic. It suits everybody. Very youthful as well. Don't laugh, you look pretty. Okay, so you spin it around. Pin that in. Alright, darling, just pop your head forward for me. Perfect. So once you get the braid where you want it to go, get simple grips, again, that you can buy anywhere. There's no special law with grips, just make the hair stay. That's the rule. A lot of hairdressers will argue about that, but just make it look good. Okay. Go. This will look great. You could even sleep in it. It'll look better the next day. Okay, so there's your braid. Once that's all in, I tend to pull a lot of texture out so it looks bit softer. Look at you, little face. It looks nicer when it looks like it's being slipped in a little bit. Just a light mist. Okay, there we are. Halo braid.